But yeah, I did want to talk about something. Not really anything like super um, crucial or dire, but talking about the life cycle of myself as a broadcaster. If we want to zoom out a little bit, I went from, what was it, Twitch partner for the first time about 4 and a bit years ago. And that was just meeting the bar for what partner was. I think it was around 100 concurrent viewers average at the time for a StarCraft streamer, maybe 125, something like that. And just how much massive growth has happened since around, what, August of last year? August of last year, things really sped up like super fast. I think it was lining up the achievement hunt from what, the year before, to being on the Pylon show a whole bunch, and then the War Chest promotion, doing a bunch of classes, and it was just like ramping up super, super fast. And there were a bunch of different lucky breaks that kind of lined up in sequence with each other. And there's obviously a ton of hype, and it's easy to be really happy and positive as a broadcaster when things are going super well for you. And with the War Chest that they did this year, I was like top 3 StarCraft streams. My viewer average with their double promotion of Twitch front page and launcher was over 1,000 average concurrent viewers, and that was obviously buffed by those promoted streams. But these past couple months have been, not the past couple, yeah, I guess April and May. The metrics have been a lot lower for me. The sub count is still basically the same as it was, but average viewership being down and being kind of focused on growth and expecting things to be a certain way, I think caused me to have the wrong mindset with what I'm aiming for here. So there's a quote from a TV show, maybe some of you have seen it. It's My Hero Academia. And the character who I named an account after, All Might, he's fighting the big bad guy. I guess it's kind of spoilers. Whatever. He's fighting a guy, this is kind of generic superhero thing. Fighting a big bad guy, and he's at his limit and he can't beat him anymore. And he's worried about it. And he remembers his teacher, his predecessor, telling him, when you feel like you're at your limit, remember your origin, which is the beginning of the effort to do what you're trying to do, and how that can give you consistent fire to achieve what's ahead of you. And I was thinking about that in the context of my life cycle as a broadcaster, and how if you're focused too much on the numbers, you can have natural downswings that maybe you take that personally, or you take that as a reflection of maybe your content isn't good, or maybe something's wrong or whatever. And it can be pretty discouraging. So I was thinking about my origin with the stream, and it started with one question to Kukyo, who's the guy who basically backed this whole effort. I clicked into Masters League in StarCraft 2, and I was super excited. And I had been playing poker at the time, but I got Masters in StarCraft, and I had seen people like Idra and the StarCraft community being like raging and toxic and things like that. And I asked Kukyo, I was saying, hey, would you support an endeavor for me to quit poker and go full on trying to go road to GM in a StarCraft stream with emphasis in tilt management and mindfulness and that kind of thing? And he had seen all of my results in poker and things like that, and he's my best friend. And he just instantly said, yeah, you could do that. I bet you could do that. Go for it, dude. And this is at a cost to him, right? Because he's paying rent for the both of us. And if I'm not playing poker, then I don't have income for a period of time. But he believed in me. And I was thinking about how far the stream has come from that point. From the point when I asked a friend if he would post rent for me while I build a stream for like 2 years of making no money. And he believed in me so much that he allowed that to happen. And then now we have hundreds of people on a daily basis who like this kind of content, who come back again and again, people who have said really good stuff about what they've learned from the stream and the example that's been set and the positive energy and stuff like that. And for me to get lost in that sort of growth mindset, which I talked with Twitch about a little bit at the Ambassador Summit, sometimes you can get dazzled by growth to the point when it distracts you from your purpose and your origin. And yeah, I was feeling pretty low in terms of morale the past couple weeks, I would say. Just like not super thrilled to get up and stream. Feel like, I kind of want to do the D&D stuff and Classic WoW's coming out, and it's like, And then I went for a rollerblading trip last evening just to kind of clear my head and get outside and stuff. And then this morning waking up and really having that refreshed perspective of what is my origin? What is my origin with this stream? How much have we accomplished so far? And then my mind was just blown. It was like, we've come super far. I can live off the stream. That's amazing. I can do something that I love. The people that I have hanging out in the chat, I'm excited to hear what you have to say. I like you people, which is awesome. I think a lot of times people are doing business with really annoying customers and they have to put up with a bunch of shit. A streamer has to put up with a bunch of shit, but this is an exceptional group of people who have kind of gravitated toward the channel and whatnot. And I'm super, super thankful. And in a way, like, I kind of wanted to apologize for yesterday. Because yesterday I was like looking at my viewer count and it was 250, 300, and I was like, oh, this is lower than usual. It's a weekend, but it's not picking up. And I'm just grumpy, and then I'm losing games, and I'm not really focused and stuff. But I'll be hecked if it's not a joy every day to flip the stream on, open up the chat, and people like you are hanging out and just saying hi and sharing your stories, and we're building each other up, and we're hitting our goals, getting to the next league. We're laughing about stuff. We can vent together. We can interact. And there's an environment that was built. It was built by the choice to do something. And I don't need a viewer count number for that to happen. To the contrary, we've been focused on the quality of the interaction. Having awesome regulars. Fucking awesome regulars who enrich each other's lives. Not just the metrics of having more follows, more subs, more all this. It's nice to have goals. But you're real people, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that you're here. You're human beings. You're not numbers. And I'm sorry if I ever get lost in that growth mindset. I hope I can remain focused on giving you the best content I physically can. Okay? So I'm a little bit grumpy of myself, but at the same time, I'm glad to be centered again. Because you're the best. You're the best. Thank you. There's your speech.